everybody, it's Christine, and today I am diving into the Christmas mode a little further, and I'm going to share 10 ideas for you using the Paper House Christmas Joy collection. Now, I want to make this as simple and frugal as possible, so I am using as little supplies as I possibly can. I also want to have stuff left over to do a layout with. So you're going to see me approach this from a very simple way. And I'm going to start things off. You can see I'm cutting apart the cut apart page and using all these 3x4 elements that come on this patterned paper. What that's going to allow me to do is give me 10 different focal points for my 10 cards in a very simple way without having to cut into a million different papers. Now this final piece was a 6x4 one, and I just cut that one in half. Now the next thing I'm going to do is pull in some additional patterned papers from the collection to mat my cut apart pieces on. I am going to use both this white snowflake paper and this red snowflake paper that looks exactly the same, just two different colors. And I'm going to just give an extra 1/4 inch all the way around to add a little punch of color, and I think it just makes things look a little more complete when you add this on there, and so that's part of why I like to do this. Now, you're going to see these patterned papers, these same ones, come in later as I'm adding a layer to my base of my cards. All of my cards are going to be A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall, and they're all going to be vertical, and they are all going to be just a cardstock base, and then I'm going to add these patterned papers onto them. Now, as I start decorating the base of my cards, I am going to go ahead and cut some patterned papers to the full size of the cards, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I am going to use 5 different patterns for my bases, so I'll have 2 of each in the entire set. I did this because first of all, I didn't have enough of the same patterned papers to do them all exactly the same. Second of all, I get really bored when I do everything the same. So I thought 2 of each would be a really nice way to change things up, but still keep them coordinated. What I did too is, like that red paper there, I like the back side too. So I used the front side and the back side. So there you can see I cut 4 to use on the base of that specific paper. Now, this is another patterned paper that comes in there. So you see the white, you see the red. This is a really pretty striped one that has gold on it. It is not foiled, but it is gold. Then I also have this pretty dark hardwood looking floor. Or not floor, sorry. It looks like a hardwood floor, doesn't it? Dark hardwood flooring look going on. And so you can see, here's my 5 different patterns. Now you see that one really pretty one up in the left-hand side with the gold foiling on it. One of the things I love about this collection is that it's a very traditional, classic look and color scheme, but it has the trendy element of gold foiling in there. So yes, you get the classic look, but it doesn't look at all dated or anything like that because you've got that pretty gold foiling in there, as well as a lot of other elements in there that are really trendy, like the script font and the stars and just lots of fun details to make it classy and classical, but still 2017. And so that's, you know, definitely an added bonus of this layout, and part of why I'm itching to get it onto a scrapbook layout as well, because I want to play with these papers a little bit more. So you can see right now I am just figuring out which patterned paper I want each piece to go on to. For the most part, I could go any route and it would be just fine, but there are certainly some that really stand out and look better up against other ones. Since it's all part of a collection, you really can't mess this part up. But like I said, you know, there's certain ones that you're like, oh yeah, that really goes well with that. That one definitely has to go with that one. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of figuring out which one I want to go where. To put everything together, I am going to use my Easy Runner Crayon from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. Very strong and also very quick way to get things put together. And so I'm just adding that onto the back of each of those before I start prettying them up with details. Now, it's going to go really fast once I start adding in the details. So I want to talk real quickly about the stickers that I'm going to use. As you can see, I use multiple patterned papers, which I will link you up to down below. I also am going to use the 3D stickers that go with this collection, which Paper House House is known for their awesome 3D stickers, and I'm going to use the epoxy stickers that go with this collection, which are technically planner stickers, but they work great for embellishing as well. And then finally, I'm going to use the cardstock stickers that go with this collection. So not a lot involved here, but definitely took a chunk out of all of those sticker sets. So here you can see I'm starting off with the cardstock stickers, and I just added that circular one to the center, and then I'm punching out a white circle because I want to cover up the rest of the stuff in the center of that circle, but I want to keep the red and gold foiling popping out. And so I'm adding just a 3D foam adhesive square onto that. And then I am going to add this gold foiled reindeer onto the center, which is one of the 3D stickers. You can see I'm really playing up the gold on this one. And then finally, I'm just going to add a simple title down to the bottom there. And that one is done. And that is going to be how it goes for these really quick, fast, simple cards with just some extra added little details because of nice stickers. This one, all that I'm going to do is just add on this 3D sticker. Okay, it's a big sentiment. It's got gold foiling, it's got acetate background with stars. There is a ton happening on this 3D sticker, so there is not a lot more that needs to be added to it. Very simple, but you gotta love it when that happens, when you don't have to do too much or do 15 steps to make it beautiful. Next up, I've got this one that already has Christmas memories written on it, and I'm going to add on this pinecone sticker from the cardstock sticker set, and then I'm going to add on this circular sticker from the 3D sticker set, bringing in some extra dimension. And then I'm going to use some more cardstock stickers and just add on some really pretty stars and use those as embellishments there. Now this one came together really fast and simple as well. Now moving on to one with some really pretty gold foiling. I love those stars on there, and so I really want to draw attention to them. First, I'm going to add on a border and sentiment and just trim down the border to fit the size of the card a little bit better. And then I'm going to pull in the epoxy stickers for the first time. The epoxy stickers make great embellishments in addition to being great for your planner, and so I'm going to use these to really play up those stars, and I'm just going to pull in a red star and a green star and a gray star and offset those from the other stars to just bring in some interesting dimension. Now these are clear, the color obviously makes them less clear, but they add a really interesting addition to any card or any scrapbook layout. This one, I couldn't wait to use this gold banner, so I was excited that it looked really nice with the word joy there. And so I'm adding that on there, and then I'm going to add on a little Santa hat. And that one is finished for now. This one, I'm going to cover up that center star, which didn't have to be covered up, but I want to bring in some dimensions, so I'm going to bring in a gold foiled snowflake from the 3D sticker set and cover it up. And then I'm also going to add on just a little border here, again a gold foiled one, and you can see the gold is just really spectacular on this one. It really brings out the gold in the background as well. This next one, I am going to add on a gold foiled reindeer, and it's already got gold foiling on it with the Noel and the snowflakes. And so then I'm going to go ahead and add on some epoxy stickers to bring in some dimension. And I really focused on the gold foiling on this one because I already had the red background. I didn't feel like it needed a lot of red within the focal point of the card, and so I just broke it up that way. Now this card is another one, it's the one that I cut in half that was the 4x6, and so this is the half that just had the holly berries on there, and so I'm adding on a ho 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 sticker, and then I'm going to tuck a border sticker back behind that to offset and bring in some of that green, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of dimension using a 3D sticker with a present there. And then I'm going to move on to another one where there's another thing in the corner. This is always, I find the corner ones to be the trickiest ones to accomplish. I don't really know why, but they definitely were the ones I struggled the most with, and that's why you're seeing them here at the end. You can see I added on a 3D sticker up there in the left-hand corner, and it says Joy to the World. And then I'm bringing in some epoxy snowflakes from the epoxy sticker set. You can see those, the clearness of those coming through, especially there in the top left-hand corner. You can see how clear they are. That gives you a really good feel for what those ones actually look like. And then this one, like I said, this one's kind of giving me a run for my money. I literally pulled it out and set it aside multiple times, and then I was like, I'm just going to do this at the end. My final one is another one. This one kind of gave me a run for my money too, until I realized I wanted to play up the circular element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in cardstock stickers that are circular, as well as the epoxy stickers that are circular, and just build off of that Merry Christmas medallion in the middle there and play that up. And then that one, I was like, oh, if I thought of that earlier, it would have come together a lot faster. I think I struggled a little more with that one just because the background behind the Merry Christmas was a lot of color, more color than the other ones. And so trying to figure out how to embellish and play that up without overwhelming the whole card was a little bit tricky. But like I said, I think the circles really worked well. And you can see, especially in the final picture, it really comes out to be a really interesting and unique looking card. Now, as indicated earlier, I'm going to add on a final detail, and I did this for all the cards, but I'm not going to make you sit through it for all the cards. I'm going to add on some bows and some sequins. Now, I want to show you how I tie this bow. I am using some pretty gold ribbon, and what I do to make sure that my tails go the right way is I actually am going to flip my card over. See right here, I flip it over and I tie the bow this way because I know there are all these tricks and there's videos and yada, 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 but for the life of me, I can't remember how to get my tails to go right. So this is how I have figured out how to do it. Flip my card over and tie the bow upside down so that the tails come the right direction, because otherwise they go the other direction. And there's there's tons of videos and etc., but it doesn't matter how many times I have watched those videos, I can never keep it straight. So I don't know, my brain just blocks it out. So this is the way that I can remember. So that's what works for me. Now, I ended up deciding I didn't want a bow all the way at the top. It was too much horizontal action going on. And so what I did is I just cut out the ribbon and made a bow and attached it onto my card there. And then I added sequins on to nearly all of them. So you will see that throughout. Again, I didn't want to make you sit through 10 cards, tying all the bows, adding these little sequins, so you can see them in the final product for sure. But you get an idea. Some of them I just added a bow, some of them I tied a ribbon all the way around and added a bow. They all came out really lovely. They all have that pretty gold ribbon. They all coordinate really nicely, and they were very fun. I'm planning to dive into a scrapbook layout tonight. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon.